So guys, what if I told you all, right, that you're not really as lazy as you think you guys are, right? That you're just simply distracted, right? I'm gonna say that again. You're just distracted, right? You're not really lazy, you're just distracted, right? You have other things that's keeping you distracted, right? Like that game, that video game, that girl that you keep trying to holler at, that whatever, right, in your life is distracting you, right? And that's what makes you think that you're a very lazy person, right? But once you cut out that distraction, right, you're not very lazy, you're very driven, right? I feel like a lot of us men, right, we have goals that we want to achieve, but we allow ourselves to be distracted, right? And I don't really think that we're simply allowing ourselves to be distracted. We just don't even know that we are distracted, right? So in this video, right, this video will talk about the kind of distractions that you're probably facing and how to handle them, right? So without further ado, let's hop right into this video. Okay, guys. Now, first topic, right? And this one, right, it's about the nature of distraction, right? Like what's really distracting you guys. And it's very simple, right? The first thing I can think about, right, is digital distraction, right? Your phone, the videos that you guys watch, the emails, whatever, right? Those kind of distractions, right? I was gonna say that these kind of distractions are very prevalent and it's not very easy to run away from, right? They're always gonna be around no matter how you look at it, right? Those are the kind of things that are sitting up here and distracting you guys from your goals, right? And most of the time, right, we don't even see it as a distraction, right? But before you know it, it's late. Before you know it, the day is done and you haven't even done anything of importance, right? And that all comes from the digital distraction that you guys face all the time, right? Once you guys see that, right? Once you guys see that those kind of things are sitting up here distracting you guys can cut that shit out, right? There's apps that you can use to block that kind of digital distraction. There's other things, right? Tools, right, that you can use to block out those kind of digital distractions so that you can achieve your goals much easier, right? And now we have, right, environmental distractions, right? You're always hanging out with your friends. You always have that one girl over. It may even be your own family, right? It may even be your own family that's dragging you down. You always have to make sure your family's fine first. And like I said, before you guys know it, you guys haven't done anything of importance, right? It could be that kind of environmental distraction that's holding you back, right? And it's like I said before, right? Most of the time, like we don't even see those kind of things as distractions, right? We see those kind of things, right, as importance, right, as necessities that we got to do as we're men, right? We have to do those kind of things, but it is still a form of distraction, right? Because at the end of the day, you still need to be selfish, right, for yourself, right? So that one day you can be in a position, right, to be selfless, right? If you're selfish enough, you'll be able to be in a position to be selfless, to help out your family, to be more with your friends, to be more with that girl that you're talking to, whatever, right? Once you guys understand that these things are also distractions, right? Which I think is more of a distraction than digital, because I feel like we all inherently know, right? Digital distractions will always be a digital distraction, but environmental distractions like family that you guys don't think is a distraction, once you guys see that as a distraction, you guys will be a lot more driven to your goals, right? Obviously, you should not just ignore your family and friends, right? But you should at least have an understanding, right, that those kind of people can still be distractions, right? Because once you understand that, you will have a much better chance to achieve your goals. Okay, guys, I want to talk about now cognitive distractions too, right? Cognitive distractions where it's like stress, anxiety, rage about something that happened in the past, something that gave you trauma or whatever, right? It could be something really irrelevant too, right? Like losing a fight, for example, right? That kind of thing, right? That girl flicking you, that kind of thing, right? Guys, those kind of things should not matter. Out of the first two, I would say cognitive distractions are the worst kind of distractions because it's like, what are you mad about? You know what I'm saying? 5 months later, not even 5 months, a week later, that kind of distraction is not going to matter. That kind of distraction is not going to matter in the long term, right? So why are you worried about it now? You should be more focused on trying to achieve your goals, more focused on trying to make your dreams come true, right? More focused on trying to improve your life. Because then you're going to look back and laugh at that moment, right? There's a lot of things that were big and that was big to me when I was really young. But when I look back at it now, it doesn't matter to me. I look back at it, I realize how foolish I was worrying about the things that were not that important to me now as it is now. The people that aren't even in my life anymore. The people that don't even exist to me anymore, right? At least with digital, right, and environmental distractions, right? Those are distractions that we end up getting caught up with. Cognitive is the kind of thing that you guys should recognize that shouldn't be a distraction. That shouldn't worry you. That shouldn't bring you down, right? Okay, guys, I wanted to talk about now, right? Like ways, this topic, right? Ways to manage distraction, right? The first topic we just covered, right? The distractions that I feel like every man, right? Every man is going through, right? Now, this time we're talking about ways to handle, like ways to remove, right? Distractions from bothering you, right? And the first way to do this, right? Especially for the digital distraction, is digital detox. Get away from your phone, right? When you wake up in the morning, right? The first thing shouldn't be, right? Is to be on your phone. Like the first thing should be to just chill in your bed. I don't know, meditate, go to the gym, just something that does not involve you just simply scrolling on your phone, right? For nothing, right? Get away from your phone. And maybe if you can't get away from your phone, just maybe use like a tool, website blocker, whatever, right? Whatever kind of tool that can help you, right? It shouldn't have to be on your phone, like deeply invested into your phone, right? You can still be on your phone for like the little things, like looking up news, praying to, using the Bible on your phone, whatever. But it shouldn't have to be about being deeply invested into your phone, into useless shit too, like scrolling, for example, right? Get away from your phone, maybe like use a digital detox, whatever, right? Using a tool, right, for digital detox, right? That kind of thing. Okay, guys, now the second one, right? For environmental distractions, right? Even though I feel like it's the most damaging and hardest one to manage, right? Because we don't even see it as distractions, right? Like hanging out with your friends, being with your family. Like most guys, right? Myself included, right? I fall into the trap. I don't really see it as a distraction, right? But it is still a distraction at the end of the day, right? You gotta be completely honest. And the way to manage, right, this distraction is very simple, right? And easy. Go to a library. Like just go to a library or find like a really office work spot, whatever, right? Just go to a library and you should be good, right? Because it really is a simple distraction to manage. It's all about environment. If you go to an environment where you're not really distracted, then you should be good. Okay, guys, the last one, right? How to handle cognitive distractions, right? Like stress, anxiety, rage. I would say it's very simple, right? Find God, right? And you can't go wrong with praying to the Bible. You can't go wrong with trying to seek God, because I am a Christian myself, right? If you find God, if you try to seek Him out all the time, these kind of things will not affect you anymore. You will start to see a difference in your life, and you can't fake it too. You have to truly believe in God with all your mind, right? I could have said any other thing, right? Like meditation, mindful techniques, but those are techniques that I don't use, right? So I can't really just tell you guys to use it because it sounds good. I was gonna tell you this instead, right? Find God, try to seek Him out, practice Him all the time, and at some point, right, that stress, anxiety, that rage, whatever is bothering you, right, especially irrelevant shit, right, will eventually start to fade away, right? That's the kind of way to remove cognitive distractions at all times. Okay, guys, the last one is about overcoming self-perceived laziness. I'm gonna say that again. Overcoming self-perceived laziness. At this point, right, if you still believe you're lazy, right, if you still think that you're lazy and it's not just a simple distraction kind of thing, right, then this is the topic for you, right? I was gonna say this, right? Break down big tasks, right, into manageable ones, right? Just make it into a step-by-step process, right? Just go get your notes out, whatever is gonna help you, right? And try to make it into a step-by-step process instead of just trying to bite the big apple, right? Instead of just trying to fight the bear, find ways to take out the bear, right? Instead of just trying to bite the whole apple, just slice it up to eat it easily, right? Just break it down into manageable tasks, and it shouldn't be such a big task anymore, right? Before even getting on YouTube, I thought it was a big thing, right, for me to do, right? But all I do is just make YouTube videos every day in small quantities, right? In one video every day, not every day, one video every week, right? And eventually it should stack up, right? I am becoming a YouTuber because of this. So all you have to do is just break down whatever feels impossible to manageable tasks. And before you know, you should be achieving your goals. You should be working towards your goals without even realizing it. Adding on, right? Your goals should also be like realistic, right? It should also be achievable. It shouldn't be something insane and crazy to achieve, right? It should be very realistic to achieve and not hard to do so, right? That's another thing is why you still think that you're lazy, because your goals are very hard to achieve and not very easy to do so. It's impossible to achieve your goals in whatever way, in whatever fashion you're trying to achieve them in. And that's why you think you're lazy. Meanwhile, it's not because you're lazy, because the goals that you're setting for yourself, if this is you, right, the goals that you're setting for yourself, right, is very hard to achieve, right? It shouldn't be hard to achieve. It should be easy to achieve, right? All that, what should be hard, right, is the work itself, right? That should be hard, not the goal itself. So understand that, right? When you're trying to achieve your goals, right? If you think that you're lazy, right? Make sure that your goals are easy to achieve, right? And you should achieve it eventually. Finally, guys, right? You shouldn't be too hard on yourself to achieve your goals, right? You should have some compassion and forgiveness towards yourself so that you can achieve your goals. Because, guys, look at it like this, right? If I'm fat, right? If I'm already fat, which I'm not, by the way, right? But if I'm already fat and I'm too hard on myself, I'm just going to accept that I'm fat because I'm already too hard on myself. So why should I try so hard to change it, right? I'm already fat and I'm too hard on myself. I'm not going to change who I am because I'm too hard on myself. I don't have forgiveness towards myself in order to bring about change, right? This is exactly why you can't be too hard on yourself, right? This is exactly why you have to have compassion, self-compassion, right? And self-forgiveness, right? If you can forgive who you are, you're able to change who you are to become who you want to be, right? This is why this is what applies here, right? This is what will apply here, right? When it comes to being lazy, right? If you're already lazy, right, and you're too hard on yourself for being lazy, you're just going to accept that you're lazy, right? Instead of being able to change that fact, right, and not be lazy. Instead of being able to forgive yourself for being lazy, to be able to change it so that you don't have to be lazy anymore. You can be able to achieve your goals and not be lazy, right? And that's it, guys. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys another time.